Hello everyone, I'm AJ, and I'm gonna be bringing you the last out of the 3 general guides that I'll be making for you. Here's a link for the previous guide in case you haven't watched it, and here's a list of the points that I covered in that video. On this guide, I'm gonna be focusing on mainly 2 concepts: information and positioning. Friendly reminder that I will also be uploading a guide for each class and the ways of countering that class, so make sure to check those as well. Okay, let's begin. Let's get the Shock Nade out of the way first. Yes, this point made it to all 3 guides, but I feel like it's justified due to its power. Let's review why it's so powerful. First of all, it blinds you and slows you, including your aiming. It explodes on contact, and it's the only nade that doesn't affect its user whatsoever. Start with a nade every time you encounter someone head-on, and you should be good. Its escaping capabilities can't be understated either. I mean, check out this clip. Easy double kill. The more information you have, the better decisions you will be taking. A battle might be chaotic, but you still should quickly take a look around you from time to time. Try to look for possible threats like flankers, and know where your team is so you don't die by yourself. I usually do this when I'm reloading. Also, try to ping as much as possible, especially when you see an enemy, but there's no point in shooting them. And be aware of your team's pings as well. From the silhouettes, you can know the class, weaponry, and the actions taken by that enemy. Be careful when chasing so you don't run into an ambush. In this same information topic, there's 2 more points that I'd like to discuss. You have to understand the composition for both your team and the enemy team. What classes are there in your team? Are they spreading out across the map, or are they moving somewhat together? How many of you are flanking? Are they all trying to stand on the objective? These are the type of questions that will tell you what kind of gameplay will help your team the most. 2 snipers and 2 assaults on your side, for example, means there's not going to be a good front line. You might want to go heavy or bulwark and play conservatively. As for the enemy, it's basically the same kind of questions. Which weapons do they have? Are those 2 snipers actually sniping, or are they trying to flank? If there's a heavy plus a bulwark combo giving you some issues, consider going assault, for example. I sometimes even start hunting the enemy's top performer, or just make a mental note of potential threats like melta-guns, aka shotguns, or melta-bombs. Let's take a look at this clip where me and my teammates are chasing someone. I'm gonna notice that he's a sniper that has been dropping melta-bombs throughout the match. So I'm gonna ping him right there, and I'm gonna see that he drops a melta-bomb. My teammate wasn't paying attention and kept pushing, which got him killed. Okay, let's talk about positioning. Basically, there are 2 roles that you can have. You're either flanking or moving with the main force. Please note that these are just terms that I'm using to make my point, and I'm not saying that you can't change roles or have a hybrid gameplay in order to effectively answer to threats. If you're flanking, you might not be next to your team. However, this does not mean you shouldn't move with them. You have to be patient and attack once the enemy team is engaged with your teammates. You can also be a distraction so the enemies focus you right before the main force starts shooting, so your team can hopefully get a couple of easy kills or maybe even a team wipe. If the enemy hasn't seen you and you don't think you will be able to get a kill, don't open fire. Familiarize yourself with the maps and the best flanking routes. Here I already know that my teammates are engaging the enemy, so I first ping them and start shooting. This way I'm gonna get a double kill. And now I'm gonna help my teammate get a kill. It's better to flank with the appropriate kit. If you're a bulwark or have a middle range weapon, for example, you probably want to advance with the main force. If you're part of the main assault, you should try to position yourself in the best spot for your team based on your kit. Think of 2 basic positions: front and back lines. Your front line is where most of the shots will be aimed at, so the bulwark is the best pick. Although the heavy can also be a frontliner. Make sure you keep an eye on your health bar and retreat sooner than later if you start getting damaged or if the enemy starts lobbing nades at you. As always, be mindful of your team so you don't end up pushing by yourself. If you're on the back line, your job is to prioritize targets and support your front line. Push or retreat with your front line, cover them when they retreat, and protect them from flyers and flankers. Of course, this means that if you're on the back line and you get shot from behind, that's on you. You don't always have to be shooting with the rest of the team. Stay alert for audio cues like active camos or footsteps, and turn to the possible flanking spots from time to time. In this clip you can see that I'm behind these 2 heavies helping them, right? But I'm also gonna be keeping an eye out for any flankers. Just like that one. I'm simply gonna ambush him with a shock nade. And there he goes. Had I not seen him, I'd be dead, and he might have also killed one of my teammates. Front and back lines are just general ideas, and in the midst of the battle, you might find yourself in a different line than the one that you planned, and that's absolutely fine. Also, sometimes your teammates won't be helping you as much, so you can also improvise. Okay, that's the end of this guide. Let me know in the comments if you think advancing with a team is easy. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.